friends, and welcome to the Feather Cottage with Dee. Today I am creating bee skeps. I am making them out of baling twine and flower pots, a bowl, and a little bowl. I've made 3 different sizes now, and I'm going to show those to you. I got the idea originally from my Feathered Nest with Kim and Queen Bee Vintage. I have made mine differently simply because I'm using baling twine and I make my handle different than they make theirs. But I just wanted to share this with you all, and I hope you like it. If you did, please give this a thumbs up so that I know that these are some of the things that you'd like to see me do more of. And if you're new to the channel, welcome, and please hit the subscribe button. I would love to have you as part of the Feathered Cottage. Well, here, let's get started and I'll show you what I've come up with. Okay, these are the 2 I've made so far. This one, which I made by taking a bowl and just gluing another little bowl from the Dollar Tree. This bowl is from Big Lots, and this one's from Dollar Tree. I just glued it together and made this one. And I'm going to add just a little flour. Jazzy got a hold of it, so all I have left is this little bit. I've got my glue gun getting hot. I'm gonna add that. Right there. And so for right now, till I get back home, this one's done. But I want to make a bigger one, and this is the little one I made. And this one I made off of using an egg, an Easter egg, and I made it on that one. So those are the 2 that I've made so far. But now I want to try a bigger one. So I'm bringing you along with me, and let's see how this turns out. I'm going to start off by putting some parchment paper down, because I don't want to get it on this tabletop. Just put it that way. And I'm using a flower pot that I got for $4. I originally bought it from my blooming lamp. And so I'm going to use it. And then I'm going to take what I used to make the smaller one and set it right up there. And the plan is to have one that big. So I'm just going to put a couple drops of hot glue on here. I don't want it to be permanent, but I don't want it sliding on me while I'm doing it either. That looks pretty centered. Okay. Now we're going to take our parchment . I'd rather have too much than none. And I did the waxy side. So this is going to take 2 sheets easily. And I'm just going to fold these pieces down to get them as flat. Because I've noticed that if the paper is bulky, it doesn't want to make the right shape. So try to smooth your seams where you have them folded over as much as possible. I'm going to go on and add the second piece, and then I'll be right back. I'm going to try something. I didn't bring any tape with me, but I did bring my glue dots. I'm going to try and see if this will help hold down a little better. Whoops. Well, that was a fail. I don't have to use more. Maybe I just need to put it on the inside of this bowl. will definitely be a craft bowl now. These bowls I bought for our first camper, and I bought the salad plates and all that stuff because they're the melamine, which is really nice not to get broke, but you can't put them in the microwave. And so it didn't work real well for my husband, like we had thought it would. Okay, I may just run a bead of glue right around here, just to keep that on. Okay. I highly recommend these finger grips. They're by Mod Podge, and they come 3 to a pack, and I got 2 packs. And after getting burnt right there, not using them the other day, I went and made sure I found them so I could use them today. Okay. Let's put our paper back on, and let's do maybe just a drop of hot glue. And a glue stick. And you will use lots and lots of glue sticks. So before you start this project, make sure you have gone and got as many glue sticks as you can because you will use them. I stuck my hand in that, that hurt. One more side, I think, to glue. Practice what I preach. Okay, that's our first side, and as you can see, I'm going to have to put another sheet going the other way. It's just not covering it all. And I'm just using, I'm just using parchment paper, and it worked really good to be able to release this after I had created it. So let me get this thing wrapped up so y'all don't have to hear the noise, and then I'll be right back. Now I'm using baling twine. My son-in-law had this huge bag, which I'll show you in a minute, and he said, "You think there's something you can do with it?" And I was like, "You know me, I'll find something." So I'm using baling twine, and I'm going to start right down here. I wish I had brought rubber bands. That would have been great. So I highly recommend putting a couple rubber bands. Would help hold it as you work your way up. But I am out of town right now and brought this along so I'd have something to do while I was gone. I'm going to start right down here at the bottom. Secure my first piece. Get my other fingertip thing on. secure that first piece. And I'm just gonna work my way around, securing as I go. Yeah, rubber bands would have definitely been. I'm gonna go see if the lobby has any. I'll be right back. Okay, I went down to housekeeping and got some rubber bands, and that made a world of difference. So, no, rubber bands. And this is what it looks like. Got parchment all the way around. I'm gonna cut some of this excess off. So I'm not gonna fight it while I'm doing this. Now, I've never made this before, girls, so friends. So we'll see how this turns out. This big, let me reword it. I've never tried it with this flower pot. So we're gonna experiment together and it'll either work or it won't. But we'll find out. Okay, I've cut a couple pieces of my baling twine. Like I said, my son-in-law gave me this and said he figured I'd find something to do with it. So this is the first thing I'm finding to do with it right now. And we're just gonna start. I'm gonna start gluing it. Get a bead on here. I got Jazzy under my feet, pulling at my twine. So that's not helping any. And I'm just gonna hold it on there. Let it cool off of me. And then, seriously, how do you do that? Okay, well, we're just gonna keep spinning this around and around. I'm gonna do the first layer and let you see how I'm doing. And then I will come back with another layer. This first layer, you've got to get it attached to the paper or it won't stay. I need to switch these. Jazzy, stop. He's chewing on the twine, guys. And you will go through the glue, I'm telling you. And I do agree with Kim at My Feathered Cottage. And, oh, I just went blank. This has made these too. I need to go buy another set of these things because I'm stupid and keep using the fingers that aren't covered to do this. You'd think I'd learn. I can't decide which finger I want to use to push it down. So I just keep burning myself. Wish I'd have brought my Lazy Susan. Am I putting my head in your way? I'll let you see what I'm doing. Trying to push that as tight as I can on this mold so it gets its shape. Get my head out of the camera angle And I don't know if I'm being successful or not. Swap this around. Well, I'm telling you so much for you all, I can't see what I'm doing. Sorry, I'm in heavy concentration. Don't mean to get so quiet on y'all. Okay, we got that first ring started, and we're back where we started. So now I'm just gonna go up, and sometimes you do have to twist this because the twine wants to come. Jesse, undone. So you have to give it a little bit of twist. It's not gonna be perfect, but it's gonna look cute still. So I'm just gonna keep working my way around, and then I'll come back in a little bit and show you how far I've got. Okay, I'm back, and I've got my second layer. And you've gotta make sure that you push down to get your twines together and then in. If not, you'll have gaps, and I have several gaps in this one because I didn't have these little things and it left gaps. So I learned from my mistake, and I'm pushing it down. Okay, I finished my first strand of twine, and I got 3 rows. So now I'm gonna start my second one. And I came in on the ends and just shot a piece of some hot glue down in there and then twisted it so that I didn't have a whole bunch of raveling. And then I'll just lay it right here. And stick it right in there, so that they can go over each other. And just start over. And I'm gonna do that a little bit more, so they'll actually stay together. Hold that and let it dry. Let it cool down a minute. And I'll be back after I get some more wrapped. Okay, I've now got a couple layers done. Took a little lunch break. And this is what I've got so far. So I'll be back when I get more done. This is how I've been doing my ends of my twine. I just shoot a little glue in there, and then I take and I twist it so that it holds. And I just let it cool down a minute while it's twisted with my fingers, and then it's ready for me to attach once it's cooled down. And so here we go again. Just start attaching it again. And because I flattened that end, I can kind of slide it under the former end. And so then it looks like one consistent rope. Just a dab of hot glue right there. And then push that in and hold it till it cools down. And then we're ready to go again. I'm liking it so far. So far, I think it looks pretty cute. We'll see when I get more done. I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, friends, it is starting to take shape. You can see I'm headed into the cone. So far, I think it looks really cute. I'm gonna keep on working, but I just wanted to let you see the progress I've made so far. So this is what it looks like so far. And when I get up here, I'm gonna show you how I do it differently, but I'm having to glue and then kind of push down and push in so I get that cone shape. But this is what it's looking like so far. I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, I've got that much done. And we're getting up here at the top. So I'm gonna leave the camera on, and then when I get up to the area that I wanna show you how I did mine a little differently, I'll show you. But I'm finding to put my glue and then take and push down and in to get that shape. And don't pull your rope. That's where I figured out that I made a mistake on my other one. I pulled my rope too tight and it made it go across in place of follow the shape. So just let your rope, or your twine in this case, just flow and you'll be good. And it won't leave the gaps that I have in the other one. So I'm getting on just about done with it. I'm excited. This has taken a while, and I'll tell you, it has taken a lot of glue sticks. So I advise you to make sure you have glue sticks on hand. And if you have the baling twine, it's taken quite a bit to do this. But I don't know how much to tell you to use, because you'll be using possibly different items to make your shape. So just make sure you have enough, I guess, is the best way to say it. Or do you have quite a bit, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So I'm just taking and pushing down and in as I go around to get that shape. Oh, of course I'd use a finger that didn't have a little thing on it. I want to make sure that this really holds its shape up here. And it got a little off, and I think that's because the baling twine was wider in some spots and not in others. But I think it's starting to balance itself back up as we go. So again, I'm pushing in and down to make sure it adheres to that former row, and pushing in so it gets its shape. Why you want these little things? Look how bad I got burnt. Horrible. Really wish I'd have brought my Lazy Susan. It would have made it a lot easier turning. Let's need another glue stick, and you're gonna burn through the glue sticks like it's your job. I'm gonna make one more little loop here. And then I'm gonna show you how I've done my handle different than the other ladies. Okay, I'm gonna put a big drop of glue here, and then I'm gonna hold it and let it adhere. I'm gonna make my bend. I think I want it about that big. As you can see, my loop will be about that big. So then I'm gonna come over here to this side and glue that and let it sit there for a minute. Let it cool down so it stays. Once it gets cooled, I'll show you what it's gonna look like. Okay, so there's my loop. Now I come back in here and I add glue and I just work my way around. I gotta stand up so I get this right. And I just work it and feed it through my loop. Making sure I pull it tight into there. And I'll feed it back through. Add more glue. Push it down and pull it in. Woo, got myself. Not sure how I did that, but I managed. I'm just going around. Back through. Bring it back around. And I'm going to snip that much off for sure. And then I'm just gonna bring this back around just as tight. No, cut the blood as I can get it. And bring one little dot, push it down, cut that bad boy off, and then hold it there till it adheres. And that, my friends, is how I made my loop. So that's one part that's different than what Kim and Queen Bee Vintage on how they've done theirs. I just left mine one and rolled it all into one. So now we're gonna come through here, and I think right here is where I'm going to put my opening. So I have one more piece of rope here that I left out. Pull all the fuzzies from all the glue. And this will just come off, and then the ones that I'm having trouble just getting off, I can either take the scissors and just kind of trim it because it is attached to the grains of this, or I can take my blow dryer. So I'm going to take, and I'm gonna make him, I think a pretty, well, that's wrong. There we go. Pretty good sized little hole right there. So I'm gonna cut, take my things off my fingers. Cutting the blood off. Warm so long. Well, goodness gracious. So I'm gonna cut it right here. And then I'm gonna put my things back on. I got the cart in front of the horse. It figures. Back on for just a second. I'm gonna go in here, put just a drop of glue. And then I'm gonna take and turn that into each other and just push them. And with this baling twine, see, it just forms itself almost right back on itself. So you don't really have a huge seam, or, you know, it doesn't show as much where it's connected. So, let me get some of these little crazinesses off. And then we'll attach our circle to make our hole. Give it a little haircut here. And I'll go back in a few and clean her up a little bit more. Got it stuck to my hand and everything else. Okay, so now I'm just gonna come along here and put some glue in different spots and lift this up. Oh, I'm gonna turn this around for just a minute. I'm trying to keep it for you all to see, and I'm messing it up for me to see. Just tack it a little better. Okay, there's the start of our hole. I'll be right back. Let me get this stuff cleaned up a little bit. Here, I was just talking away. My camera died. You just pull the parchment paper out. You can see it releases really nice. You know, I guess it really wouldn't matter if you left it, and it might actually help it hold some form. But I'm going to take it out. And so I got a piece over here. Get some of that glue away. Well, that's as good as it's gonna get. Now I've got glue, as you can see, around the edges. I'm just gonna take my scissors and cut that excess glue off. That's where some of it just ran down, and where some of it is where I was getting it started. So, now that I've stuck my fingers in the black, there's my large bee scape. I think that turned out really cute. And all I did was used a flower pot, a bowl, and those little bitty bowls that you get at Dollar Tree. And made one. I don't know if I'm gonna take it apart right now, or I may try to make another one. I think I'll wait and make that decision a little bit. But thank you for coming along as I made my Bscape, and I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, I would love for you to be part of the Feathered Cottage family. And I just appreciate you stopping by today. Y'all have a great and blessed day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.